Hello. So hi, today we are gonna talk about issue in database security. So this is an assignment for our database 2 CISB 314. And the presenter is myself, Sri Navin Kishan, currently taking system networking. So here we'll discuss about the issues that database security has. So the content in this slide and the content in this slide we're going to discuss about the type of issues in database security. So we have 5 types of security, database issue security. First is the stolen database backup, SQL injection, limitless administration access, data leaks, and substandard key management. Basically here we will start with the stolen database backup. So what is this? Stolen database backup is where external users, meaning hackers or anyone that is out of the company, well, they try to steal the information of the backed up database. Well, the backed up database meaning the database which is backed up. So they try to steal it. So how they steal it is maybe the backed up database is not safe. Maybe they store it in a place that is not safe, or they don't have a proper security there to keep the database secure. So what they do is they take this database and they try to sell it. They steal it and they try to sell it and make money off that database. The data that is very vulnerable to them. Not only external attackers, but who is internal to have chances to steal this database. Maybe they take this database data and then they sell to another company. Why? Maybe they don't like this company they're in, so they try to sell off the database of the company, of the data of the company, to another company to maybe overcome certain problem of them lah. So to avoid this thing, there's 2 ways. We encrypt the data. Makes it hard for both users to access it and to steal the data. And not only that, we encrypt the data and also we store the backed up database in a secure place that has proper security, CCTVs, security guard, a proper security place where they can store this backed up database. So for the next thing, we're going to talk about SQL injection. Well, SQL injection is where the hackers try to infiltrate the web base of any web base, any web base by penetrating it, and by penetrating it, they try to get to the back end of the web base where they can see the database and they can get all the data of the users. Example of the data where you can get from users is where they stay, what is their phone number, or worst come to worst, their card details. Some website nowadays they also store, but nowadays I don't think so they store. They store it basically. They store your card details, and maybe they can, hackers, they can steal your card details and misuse them. So how to overcome this? The developers can have a good firewall where a proper firewall where they don't allow these kind of attackers to penetrate the website this easily, and make sure the website is secure, not using HTTP, and use the protocol HTTPS, making it more secure. And not only that, the users who are also using that website should know this protocol is a basic protocol where HTTP and HTTPS, while HTTPS is more secure than HTTP, and this is what we're gonna talk about here. And then limitless administration access. This is where uh, the administrator has a power where the user doesn't has. The users has limited access. So we all the users don't have the same access as the administrator, where the users only can access until certain interfaces or certain level of hierarchy of application that they can open the data they can get. Example, like if we talk about financial department lah. So when it comes to financial department, only the higher authorities are allowed to have the very important data, has the very, I mean, the higher authorities only has the importance to look at private data that is very highly protected. And also that we cannot have a lot of administrators, like we have like around 50 administrators that are allowed to look at this thing. That is also should be limited, where administrator maybe like 3 4 10 administrators are only allowed to access this private data, so that they won't be fraud among themselves too, among the administrators too. And where when we come to users, where in that company we have so many users, so to avoid uh, to protect, I mean, the data to be stolen or to be left unprotected, the users has less access to access the data, where uh, it can it can lessen the problem of data stealing, and that I mean having fraud among uh, this company. So they don't try to fraud the person who invests the money in that place, and they don't get to see their details. So the only person who get to see the details and who get to see the money coming in and going out is the administrator. So that we have to have this limitless administrative access, where we limit the users to not get that much of access to, sorry, to access this data. So next we're going to put data leaks. Data leaks. Data leaks is where we can talk about. Okay, data leaks is okay. Maybe you're sending an email to another person. So you both have very maybe I'm the person A, and the guy I'm going to send is person B. So I have a very important data that has the details of very important person and their account details, and all the company accounts, all these important details. So when you are sending this email to a person, to the person B, when the email is going in the middle there, hackers can try to attack and try to steal the data. So that's when data leaks happens. So the data leak, it's very common, where you might not know this thing is happening. You will get the copy, and but that same copy will go to another person too. So to avoid this problem, the administrator should use an SSL or TLS encryption communication platform, where it's more safe, that you won't have this kind of data leakage, where you will get a copy and the person who's in the middle also gets a copy and try to infiltrate the database or the data. So this always happens in the network, where the network is very big. So anything happen in the network, in not a secure network. In a secure network like SSL and TSL, you can have this connection is among you, A and B. So you won't have any problem between them. Your data is safe and there won't be any data leaks. And then lastly, if you want to talk about substandard key management. So what is this? It's good if you encrypt sensitive data, but it's also important that you pay attention to who exactly has access to the key. Since the key are often stored on somebody's hard drive, it's obviously an easy target for whoever wants to steal them. If you leave such important software security tools unguarded, be aware that this makes the system I mean, system vulnerable to attack. So basically, what they're trying to say is we have to encrypt all the data. Either it is an important data, it's a sensitive data, it's not a sensitive data. When it comes to data, it's all sensitive and it's all important, because data is very important. Data, you can sell data and make loads of money, and regardless the data is sensitive or not, it's very important. So basically you have to encrypt the data. And yeah, as like the first issue, you have the data, and you encrypt the data. And since you have encrypted the data, there is a person who has this privilege to, not privilege, this person who holds the encrypted data, and they keep it safe. So if like that person is targeted, and then they got to go through the person, and they get to the place, tengok-tengok place in that place has another security system where there's a guard, and then if they get past the guard also there's a CCTV. Then when they get past the CCTV also there is this data which is encrypted, so it makes it more hard for the hackers to infiltrate the data. So in this key management, we don't want to leave any data encrypted, and we shouldn't make an easy target on whoever have this hard drive and this important key, so that they won't have this thing where they'll get targeted. And don't leave any of your important USB or USB or the key to the database just like that. Always keep them in a safe place to avoid this kind of attacks. And importantly, keep all the tools secure and always guarded. And that's all from me. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed the presentation, and thank you. See you soon.